What's up, YouTube? So it's finally happened to me. I got into my first fender bender in China. And I wanted to share my experience with you in the event that you were to get into the same situation and you don't know how to handle the situation if you were to get a car wreck in China. So if this interests you, stay tuned for the video. Let's go. So one Thursday evening after work, I was making my jolly way back at home, listening to an audiobook and getting ready to see my family back at home because of course everyone looks forward to go back at home and relax and just spend time with the family. Well, come to my surprise, just in that last bridge, somebody wasn't paying attention and all of a sudden, boom, car got hit. It was just a fender bender. I was just like, oh, ruined my day. What am I gonna do now? Like now I probably have to wait another 3 or 4 hours before I deal with this situation. So then I was just like in a bad mood from there. Just when I thought 10 years of driving experience was gonna be enough to avoid these crashes, I learned really quick, you can't control what other people do. And if they crash into you because of their carelessness, it happens. So how do you deal with this situation? Well, the first thing you should note is that you should immediately stop the vehicle as is, okay? And if it's serious, if it's a really serious accident and you're in excruciating pain, call 110, which is the 911 of China immediately. If you don't know how to contact the police and you don't know how to speak any Chinese, I highly recommend you watch this video up here because I teach you exactly step by step on how to do so using English text only. But if it was in my case, like a fender bender, stop the car, put warning triangles. When you drive in China, an inspectable item is a fire extinguisher and warning triangles. So make sure you put between, I think, 10 to 30 meters away from your car or the accident, put the warning triangles just to let traffic know, hey, there's an accident up ahead, be aware of the traffic, and then they can go ahead and bypass it. Then after you put the warning triangles, get footage immediately. Get like your camera out, get your phone out, and go ahead and start recording. Record the whole environment where the accident happened. Make sure you got everything recorded. Take as many pictures as you can. Take pictures of the other person's vehicle, their license plate, everything. Then afterwards, get that person's contact info because you want to have as much beforehand so that in the event they were to run away, like a hit and run, at least you have their license plate, their information, and all that. So you make it more difficult for them to run away. If you were to go in a fender bender situation where they just hit and run, make sure you have the footage recorded and then you can just go to the local police station. Now, the second thing to do once you've actually recorded everything, you're satisfied with all the footage, is to have a discussion with the other party and decide what to do next. Now, if you've taken the driver's test here, you're allowed to move an accident out of the way of traffic in a safe manner if you both agree upon doing so. In my case, my guy was super chill and we both decided mutually, okay, let's go to the next exit because right now it's rush hour and there's a bunch of people behind us waiting and we're just creating a bunch of havoc behind of us when it can be avoided. Let's just be adults here, go to the next exit and then use the emergency lane there because we were in the middle of a bridge as you can see in the footage. Before we moved our vehicles, I got all that person's contact information, right? His WeChat, his phone number, I took a picture of his license, his driver's license. I have his license plate information. All that was beforehand because I don't want no hit and run happening to me. So we go ahead to the first stop and then I replace my warning triangles and we're in a comfortable position where we're not bothering rest of traffic. By the way, most people, I wouldn't say most people, but in my case, when I've seen this happen, people don't give a crap. Like they will just stop in the middle of traffic, call the police and make life very difficult for something a lot less serious than what happened in my case. I think it's really selfish, but this guy was very understandable. I'm like, okay, let's be adults here. And we just moved on. So yeah, the second thing is to decide whether you're gonna stay on the scene or move to a safe location and then call the proper authorities then. But in our case, we moved to a safe location. The third thing is to then go ahead and call the right people once you're situated in a safe environment. We didn't want to call the police because that's just a bunch of hassle, and this guy agreed that he was at fault. I mean, clearly he was at fault to have a lot of evidence and recording. So I had a lot of information on the guy, so he wasn't just gonna run away from me. So we decided to call each other's insurance companies. Now, In step 3, if you don't want to call an insurance company, you want to call the police for a police report, go ahead and do so. I'm not saying don't do that, but this guy was pretty legit. So we called both insurance companies, mine and his, and then we explained to them the situation. We gave them the whole rundown of what happened. The guy admitted that he was at fault, and I got the information of his insurance company, and they asked me for like my driver information and all that. Just be a little careful here. If you don't want to trust the other person at all, you can just use 100% your insurance provider, and then they can do the work for you, contacting that person's insurance if you want to be like 100% on the straight and narrow. So after the insurance company was notified, then they said, okay, so what do you want to do next? You want to get it repaired, right? So they can do one or two things here. They can recommend you a repair shop to go to, and they can even escort you if they go to the scene. Like if you got your car totaled and you just can't drive it, then they can provide a towing service to take it to the proper repair shop. But in my case, I can just simply drive to the repair shop. I decided to go to my own repair shop because I already have a good relationship with them. They already have all my information on file, and it's just more convenient. So the 4th step was to actually go to the repair shop to kind of get the quotations for everything. And the 5th part we did was to actually get the car repaired. So at the repair shop, they're gonna expect the following information for you to provide: your car registration form, your passports, your driver's license, your Chinese driver's license. Don't be showing them no foreign driver's license. That ain't gonna cut it. Your bank information so that they can keep it, and if the other insurance company is gonna pay you directly, they'll pay your bank and then you pay the repair shop. A police report if you both decide to get a police report done. If not, there's definitely an insurance report that should have been filled out with the proper information of the situation so that the repair person can have something to refer off of. That should wrap everything up to get the quotation of what was needed for all the repairs. So my repairs ended up being around 3,000 RMB. They paid it to my bank account directly. When I say they, I mean that guy's insurance company paid to my bank account. And then I just paid the repair shop afterwards, and they were able to fix the car within 2 days. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some bonus tips on this whole journey if this happens to you so that you're well prepared when it happens. So like anything that related to insurance, you don't need it until you actually get in a car wreck. Make sure your insurance is up to date, and I can teach you how to do that if you don't already have that. But along with insurance is my dash cam. So I bought a dash cam, I think it's like 600 or 700 RMB on Taobao. It can record the front and the back of your vehicle on your rear view mirror. Using the rear view mirror, it just records, I think, footage for about a week. I don't know, there's like a certain amount of space that I can record, and you can go ahead and use that as evidence of what happened in the situation. So I just simply used that, and it was very convenient. It's annoying to install, but you can have the repair shop install it for you, and it will definitely help you if you get in a crash like what happened to me. Have a legit repair shop on speed dial. What I mean by legit repair shop, the repair shop I have does everything for you. So not only do they do routine maintenance or they do repairs in your cars, but they also help you get your insurance up to date for you. Like they contact the insurance company for you, make sure they get it up to date. And they do the yearly inspections that you must do, at least in Guangzhou, when you're driving a vehicle. You might have seen some stickers on the windshields of some cars saying like the expiration date and all that. Yeah, make sure that's up to date, because every year you're supposed to get your car inspected. Make sure you have all the emergency services on speed dial and the insurance company. You can easily find the number of your insurance company in the paperwork you fill out after you do payments. And like I said, you can always refer to the other video I made about how to contact the police in English. But again, 110 is like the 911 of China, so just remember that. In your vehicle, always have your driver's license and your car registration. It just makes life so much easier. You don't want to be caught with your pants down. If the police are on site and you don't have the right paperwork, especially as a foreigner, you're gonna have a bad day. So make sure you have at least the license and the car registration in the car. This is like standard in like most countries, at least it was in the US, okay? Just stay calm, like it's not the end of the world. If someone is in a serious wreck, of course, deal with it immediately. But if it's a fender bender, don't think too much about it. Like, it's a bad day for both of you. It's not like the person wanted to get in a wreck anyways. So just be patient when they go ahead and deal with the situation. It may not be as fast as you'd like it to, but again, for me, it took 2 days. And I'm like, whatever, I can just take public transportation instead of driving my car to work. Boo-hoo. Like, yeah, it was a little bit inconvenient. But on the bright side, I got a brand new bumper on my car now. And the last bonus tip I want to leave you guys with is footage. Make sure you get proof as much as possible. Whether it's with your dash cam or your cell phone or whatever you use, make sure you get proof of the accident on site. You don't want to be caught in a situation where the other person's blaming you for the accident you clearly didn't cause, and they go ahead and try and like scam you, okay? Just be careful with some of these guys. It didn't happen to me, unfortunately, because like I can speak enough Chinese where I can tell if they're BSing or not. But if you think it's too sketch, like they're calling everybody and everything is handled way too easy, don't believe it at first sight. Especially like if they're saying they're calling the police and all of a sudden these police come and then they say everything's taken care of, but they don't get any record of your information and leave, that's probably a scam. So when in doubt, do it yourself, okay? Call the police yourself, call the right authorities yourself, just to have a warm and fuzzy. Again, I have good relationships with my insurance company and the repair shop, so I know that it's actually being handled. But if they're handling everything and just saying, okay, you can sit by your car, we got this, it's a little bit sketchy, so just be a little bit careful, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you never get into a fender bender or a car crash in China, but I figured I would post this in the event it were to happen to you and you would know in advance what to do and how to handle the situation. If you want to see more content about having a better lifestyle in China as a foreigner, whether it's for business or for leisure, you should definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification for I publish videos every week. Also smash that like button if you found some value in this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Keep surviving, and I'll catch you in the next one.